by, well, first of all, I want to say thank you for having me here. My name is Wolf Martinez. Um, I feel so honored to be here with you all and to be here with you and to be able to share um, these things that have been passed down to me through my elders and my teachers and through my ancestors and through Great Spirit. Um, my spiritual lineage. Um, I'm adopted Lakota and have been practicing these traditions for close to 30 years. Um, I have been, I've also, had the huge gift to come to know many elders from many traditions and learn from many of these elders around North America, Central America, South America, and yeah, not just Native American traditions, but um, I love listening to the wisdom keepers from around the world in many different traditions. I lead ceremonies based in Lakota tradition, uh, Inipi, what is more popularly known as Sweat Lodge, Hamblechia, which is Vision Quest, and other ceremonies as well. I have Spanish, Ute, and Navajo ancestry. Um, uh, but yeah, I would say my first memory as a little boy at around 5 years old, was seeing a ghost walking down the hallway toward my bedroom in the middle of the night and feeling so excited that Casper was coming to visit me. And I had many, many experiences like that in my youth. Um, ever since I can remember, I've always been um, seeing and feeling and hearing um, the spirits around and feeling excited and happy about that. I was never scared of them. Um, and it wasn't until I was a teenager that I met a psychic that uh, was really the first person to say to me that the spirits love me and that I have a gift. And I didn't know that. Um, and that's really when I started. She helped me and was guiding me in nurturing the gift and this connection and communication with spirit. So um, that's kind of how I would sum that question up in a nutshell. Well, my name is Wolf, so obviously I'm connected with the wolf in a strong way, as well as other animals as well. Mountain lion, bear, thunderbird, um, deer, fox, bat. Bat is one of my animals that I love working with. Yeah, there's several, and in our tradition, for sure, buffalo, eagle, um, all the animals. There's really all the animals are um, in our lineage, right? And our connection, our relationship with Mother Earth, and all beings on Mother Earth, all that is connected to the web of life. Um, and yeah, we move to nurture relationships with specific animals or power animals, animal guides, totem animals, as some people call them, that are more closely to our spirit. We move to nurture those relationships and learn from those particular animals and realize uh, mm, how how the mm, symbolism of various animals affect our own personal being. And I'm just using wolf as an example here. Very family orientated, um, loyal. Some people call wolf a teacher animal. Those are just um, a few things to mention about that specific animal. But we move to be in relationship. We say metakwi oyasin, which translates to mean all our relations, or we. In another way of saying that is a knowing that we are related to all that is, right? To all people, two-legged, four-legged, winged, all those that crawl, all those that swim. Metakwiasin, when we say that, we understand we're related to Mother Earth, to the stones, to the fire, to the wind, the water, to the stars, the sun, the moon. When I think about the what these things are about, it's really that's the foundation. It's about metakwi oyasin, about nurturing our relationship with the spirits and the energies of nature. And through that nurturing, that relationship, we have direct experience. And through direct experience, we acquire wisdom or inner knowing. These traditions, in the ways that I've been taught, are not based on faith or belief, but on, on that direct relationship, that direct experience. I see people often in my practice talk about wanting to be connected, more connected with nature. And that's beautiful. We have a ceremony, Hamblecha, in which we go sit in the forest for up to 4 days and 4 nights without food and water. We create an altar, we sit there, and we just hold that sacred pipe, that chanupa, and we hold that prayer. We hold a prayer for the people. We hold a prayer for our community, our loved ones, for anybody that is not feeling well or sick in any way, mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually. We go out there to make that sacrifice of our hunger and our thirst so that people can live, so that all people of Mother Earth can live in a good way. That's how I was taught about Hamblecha in the old way. It's not really to go out there to get a vision, but it's more to send a vision. And of course, the spirits see our sacrifice and oftentimes will give us a vision as well. But the reason I bring that up is when we do these kinds of ceremonies, Inipi, which is the womb of Mother Earth, we're going out there to have a clear alignment with Mother Earth, with nature, with Father Sky, Father Sun, with the universe, the star nation. In that clear alignment, we have that um, uh, deepening in our relationship with all that is and in the web of life. So oftentimes people come here saying they want to be more connected with nature, and what I find um, interesting in our contemporary time is how so many people think they are separate from nature, that that they're not a part of nature, that nature is something out there. We are a part of nature. We are of the earth. We belong to the earth. We belong to nature. Earth doesn't belong to us. We belong to the earth. We are such an integral part of nature. Sometimes I'll say, wow, Yeah, it's beautiful to go sit in the forest. It's beautiful to go climb the mountain or go to the ocean or to the desert, wherever you like to go to be in nature. But it's really beautiful to be able to go look in the mirror and realize that is nature staring you in the face, yourself. Home and the world right now, more than anything, needs kindness. The world at this time, more than anything, needs to remember our humanity, needs more humanity and kindness. We are in a transition from from the second phase of human existence here on Mother Earth. So let me kind of backtrack here. The first phase of existence on Mother Earth, human beings were in the physical phase for, I don't remember the number, but 64, 65,000 years, we were in the physical phase of, of human existence. And then there was a transitionary period, and we moved into the mental and emotional phase of human existence here on Mother Earth, which we have been existing in for the past thousands and thousands of years, many generations. Now we are in a transition period, heading toward the next evolutionary phase of human existence on Mother Earth. It is the phase of unity and oneness. This transitionary period that we are in is very important. And all the shadow that is arising is happening to be cleansed. We are in a cleansing process so that we can move into this next phase of human existence. Unity, oneness, Mother Earth, Father Sky, with the masculine and the feminine, with all humanity, black, red, yellow, and white, which are the colors of the medicine wheel of life, not only representing the four directions, but representing the four races of humanity. Together that forms a hoop, one family, one people. So all of our judgments and discrimination and ways in which we have created division and separation, beliefs, and a lot of those beliefs can be um, personal about ourselves, believing we're not worthy or not good enough, believing in our insecurities, believing um, mm, some of the judgments or the conditions that have been placed upon us about other peoples, races and religion, sexuality. All this is coming up to the surface right now so that we can have a really close look and realize as a whole people what's not working, what we have to uh, heal and let go. This place that we are moving toward is what we are moving toward. So, in this transitionary period, we are all at a crossroads. One direction is the path of love and creativity. The other direction is the path of fear and destruction. As individuals, we have to choose which path we're going to take. Those paths lead to this place of unity and oneness. But as individuals, we choose how we're going to get there: the path of love and creativity, or the path of fear and destruction. I pray all the time. I pray every day. I pray in every ceremony that more and more people open our heart to our humanity, to all humanity, to the place where what we have in common greatly outweighs what we have different from one another. And in that place, we have the ability to recognize what is different is the gift that we have to offer one another, to expand in our awareness. I pray all the time for the opening of that heart. And it requires each and every one of us to face the ways in which we are creating division within ourselves, and to embrace an openness and a willingness to have conversation, to grow in understanding. One of the things that's really up right now in this country, Democrat and Republican, whoa. And, if somebody identifies with one party or the other, or neither, but to be open and willing to have a conversation with people without judgment, can we do that? Can we do that without judgment? Just trying to understand each other and see each other and accept each other and love each other. Can we do that? Black, white, red, yellow, gay, straight, trans. There's so many more, two-spirit. However one identifies, can we sit down and have that conversation and put our judgments aside, our blame, our shame, our guilt? Can we put all that aside and just be? Just be with one another in our heart. There's a lot of conditioning that the patriarchy, our current society and system, and the languages that we speak, English, European-based languages. This is, yeah, okay, most important thing. Well, there's so many. Our language is so important. Every word creates our reality. And having the opportunity, the gift, the blessing to sit with Indigenous elders from around the world and gain a little understanding about the old languages. These Indigenous languages are circular and they're so poetic, and they reveal a relationship with nature and with the spirits and the ancestors. They reveal a deep relationship. There's curse words, as an example, don't exist in the old languages. There's so many words that we use in English daily and habitually, and oftentimes not even aware how we are creating division through our words and our language, spoken or unspoken. Our language creates our reality. And that is old wisdom that's been passed down in I don't know, but I would venture to say every spiritual or religious tradition around the world talks about the importance of our word, of our words, of our language. So learning a little bit about Lakota. I'm not a fluent speaker, but learning, a little bit about the various languages that I've been exposed to in the old languages. For me, it's been a lot about um, seeing the words that don't exist in those languages and experimenting with taking those words out of my language. It's been an experiment of uh, mm, being more clear and specific and articulate and poetic. Because our words, our voices, we have a song. And this is, one of the things I don't like is texting or email and, all these methods that we have to improve communication. Has it really? It doesn't improve communication, and things haven't gotten better. People don't actually talk to each other. They don't actually hear each other. And the tone behind the word, the song, is so important because that conveys the heart. It conveys the spirit. It conveys the energy. And it's one thing to read, I love you. And it's another thing to hear, I love you. Another thing to hear the tone in those words and in every word. So what's the most important message? Become more aware of your vocabulary, of your story. Seek to become more aware and honest with yourself about your story and stories, your questions. Seek to become aware not just of the stories and the questions, but every single word used to create that story and to ask that question. Are the words creating expansion or contraction? Is your intention and desire for expansion or a contraction? If your desire and intention is for expansion, yet your language is full of words that create contraction, you're creating your own internal battle, right? And so the more we are aware of our intention every day, wake up, wake up every day. Not just jump out of the bed and run to the coffee pot or to the bathroom or whatever your routine is, but to wake up and say, thank you. Today, today I want to be more joyful. Today I want to be more kind. Today I want to laugh more. But give yourself something to do, to explore more every day, and to commit to being more of every day. And that's an intention, right? I want to learn more today. I want to open myself to learn more, whatever that may be. But when we wake up, do so slowly and place your feet on the floor I always place my left foot on the floor first because that's the one closest to the heart. I give thanks to Mother Earth for another day. Don't rush out of bed. I give thanks to my ancestors. I give thanks to any dreams that I may have had, whether I remember them or not. And I set an intention for the day and I move forward with that intention. And I remember that throughout the day. And then I get to ask myself throughout the day, am what I'm saying and doing, is that in alignment with my desire, with the commitment I've made, with my intention? And it's not just my intention, because I feel my intention is to be in deeper relationship with the web of life, with Great Spirit, with Mother Earth, with the Great Mother. So, yeah, let's wake up, take it easy, be clear, and aware of our intention, and use kind words, especially to ourselves, especially to everyone you meet, whether they're your friends, your family, your lovers, a stranger, the cashier, or the waiter, the waitress, whoever it is. We are all related. Everyone, there's no such thing as a stranger. Actually, we're all related. Aho metakwi asin. So you asked me about what Two Spirit is, and being Two Spirit. Two Spirit is a contemporary term for third gendered people, third gender, fourth gender, fifth gender people. Um, in the old day, uh, many of the nations, tribes around North America, South America, Hawaii, and many places around the world observe that there are more than two genders, not just male and female, but third, fourth, fifth. I've heard even more than five genders in some perspectives. Um, I identify as Two Spirit myself, um, which is really speaking about not man, not woman, but both and neither. How I feel internally is certainly much more connected to the feminine, and I'm male sexed, obviously. Um, Ideal, I don't know, ideal is not the right word, but um, there's the male, there's the female, there's the effeminate male, there's the masculine female, and there's the what used to be called hermaphrodite, but nowadays is called intersexed. And we had different roles than the warrior, the male role, the female role, and we had our own roles. And our roles were a lot around holding the language and the stories and the songs of the tribe, which is really about holding the culture and the thread that holds the tribe together between the masculine and the feminine. We had roles in naming children being born. Um, we had roles in being the intercessor, um, or the counselor, or the I don't know, therapist, if you will. Those words don't really exist in the old language, but if there was a man and woman having difficulty, or getting married, to be married by a Two Spirit was also considered an honor, because we have the ability to see through the perspective of both the masculine and the feminine. So we could really be the ones to really bring a couple together in that commitment, and also when there's difficulties in a relationship. And that's just to give a little kind of nutshell explanation of what Two Spirit is. We were um, artists and medicine people, and um, these are words that don't exist in the old language, but priests, if you will, or ceremonial leaders is probably a better way to say it. Um, and that's a lot of what I do. I do all those things. I'm a ceremonial leader, and I do a lot of counseling, and I do hands-on healing work. I do um, workshops, and yeah. So that's if I have to identify, which I've spent so many years trying to get out of boxes, or not trying, but getting out of boxes. Um, well, initially I spent many years trying to get into boxes, and I realized no, 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 that's not working for me. So just accept the part of myself that feels a misfit, and felt a misfit my whole life, and realize, and through these ways, realizing, oh, embracing that misfittedness, and stop trying to get into boxes, and shed those labels, and get out of the box and be free. And that's really what a lot of my work is about. Ethnic ethnically, I identify, I'm my heritage is Spanish, Ute, and Navajo. For a long time, I considered myself gay, um, and I never really fit into any of those categories completely. Male, I didn't really fit into that category. That didn't really work for me. And so the more I just, I'm proud of my heritage. I'm proud of all of those parts of myself, but they don't. None of those things define me. That's the bottom line.